Quoi d'autre? What else? There is plenty you can do to ensure that the language stays firmly in your brain and doesn't disappear. You can play about with building sentences from the words that you've learnt so far. Whenever you find yourself with a spare 30 seconds, think of something you can say in French. Saying short sentences to yourself in French throughout the day keeps the language at the forefront of your mind. Also, from time to time, there may be a word or two, or maybe 3, that will just not stay in your memory, no matter how hard you try. What you should do to overcome this is write the word down in English in big letters in the middle of a blank piece of paper. For example, put absolutely in the centre of your paper. Put this piece of paper in your pocket and take it out a few times each day. Whenever you take it out, look at the English word and say the French word to yourself along with a French sentence that contains this word. For example, with absolutely, you'd say absolument. C'est absolument fantastique. The first few times you do this, you might struggle to think of what the French word is, and you'll have to double check. However, pretty quickly, you'll remember the French without having to check. You'll be amazed at how well this technique works. Finally, before I end this first lesson, I'll just give you some information on what it means to learn a language. Memorising lots of words isn't what it means to learn a language. It's a start, but it isn't going to get you very far. What you need to be able to do is put those words together to get your thoughts and ideas across to somebody else. Each time you learn a new word, think to yourself, where could I use this? Make up a sentence and think about where you could say it. C'est très bon. C'est très bon means it's very good, and you could say this to a waiter in a restaurant when he asks you how your meal is. By doing this, you're giving the words relevance in your life. You'll remember things much more easily if you can see where they're going to be useful. Also, by building sentences, you're subconsciously creating a list of things to say, so that you'll never be lost for words. Even when you're in France, you can do this. Before entering a restaurant, for example, have a quick think about what you could say to the waiter when you go inside. This helps to build your confidence and stops you from having to think on the spot. You'll be more likely to speak if you have already prepared something to say. That lesson was from my course 3-Minute French. If you enjoyed it and would like to keep learning, you can enroll on the full course at www.3minlanguages.com. Use the code WELCOME at checkout for a discount. Merci.